So you think being king is awesome? You imagine gold crowns, turkey legs, thrones, peasants groveling, and absolute power. Yeah, no. Try ulcers from poisoning paranoia, a family tree that's more like a spiral, an entire court praying for your death with swords. Being king isn't the dream. It's a never-ending, blood-soaked, crown-chafing nightmare where your bathroom is a bucket and your best friend is probably plotting your assassination. Congrats, you're medieval royalty. You just leveled up in misery. You're born in silk sheets, sure, but surrounded by people who already have plans for your death or marriage. Before you can crawl, you're betrothed to a cousin. Before you can speak, you're expected to lead a kingdom. Your mom is crying because she wanted a girl. Your dad is yelling because you're not manly enough. And don't forget the nursemaid whispering to the midwife. Oh, God help this one. He's gonna rule someday. Spoiler, God doesn't help. Your cradle has gold trim, but lice don't care about luxury. Every coup you make is judged like a press conference. Blink too much, they call you weak. Cry too loud, they say you're unstable. The weight of expectation is heavier than your swaddling blanket. You're crowned as a boy, barely old enough to hold a sword. They place a 10-pound gold hat on your head and declare you chosen by God. But everyone else is just waiting for you to trip. Your advisors? Power-hungry liars. Your uncles would murder you for a cloak. Your cousins. Already talking to the French. You can't sneeze without 3 scribes documenting it and a priest blaming it on sin. You're a king in theory. In reality, you're a teen intern in a collapsing megachurch and a ceremony. Long, boring, full of incense, chanting, and people pretending to like you. You're sitting there trying not to vomit from nerves and rotten wine. When it's over, they say you're now the ruler of all. You feel more like the world's fanciest scapegoat. Your castle looks great from the outside. Inside, it's cold, damp, and smells like boiled boar and bad decisions. The tapestries are moldy, the beds are itchy, and the plumbing, non-existent. Your throne, uncomfortable. Your robes, heavy and itchy. Your meals? Lavish, but 50% chance of poisoning. You trust no one, not the cooks, not the wine boy, not the court jester who laughs a little too hard when you cough. Also, no bathrooms, just buckets. Lots of buckets, lots of buckets. You don't wipe with silk, you wipe with hay. You try to eat a roasted peacock, but the inside's raw. Your stomach gurgles like a cursed swamp. Every meal is a game of Russian roulette with gravy. Eventually, someone declares war. It could be your cousin, could be a rival king, could be a rival king, could be your own brother again. So you ride off to battle in 60 pounds of armor, sweating, screaming, and hoping your horse doesn't step in a rabbit hole. Your helmet blocks half your vision. Your sword is too heavy. You can't hear anything because everyone is screaming. You charge. You yell. You slip. You nearly die. You win. Foy. Barely. But now half your knights are dead, the treasury is empty, and your people are starving. Also, your queen slept with the duke while you were gone. Long live the king. Back at the castle, they paint a picture of your glorious victory. You want a bath and some bread that doesn't scream. Marriage isn't for love, it's for land. Your bride is 12, you're 32, she hates you, you're allergic to her perfume. You try to produce an heir. It's awkward, painful, and involves way too many onlookers who report back to the Pope. Years pass. Still no son? Time to marry again. Or divorce. Or execute someone. Meanwhile, your mistress is pregnant. Your bishop is furious. And your court is gossiping like tavern wenches. You can't even flirt without starting a war. If your wife gives birth to a daughter, they sigh. If she gives birth to a son, they will question if it's yours. Everyone wants you to have an heir, but no one wants you to be happy. You think your court is there to serve you? Wrong. It's a circus. Your advisors are schemers. Your nobles are drunk. Your knights are trauma cases, but they wear shiny armor. And your astrologer keeps warning you that Venus is in retrograde and you'll probably die on a Tuesday. You issue orders. No one listens. You ban dancing on Sundays. They throw a festival. You raise taxes. They riot. You lower taxes. They riot again. You outlaw swearing. They call you a bastard in Latin. Being king means you're always wrong even when you're right. You want to relax. Try dinner. Tonight's feast, aisle pie, blood pudding, and 3 suspect goblets of wine. You take 1 bite. You sweat. Was it poison? Who knows? Could be dysentery. The medieval version of a coin toss. You call the royal physician. He bleeds you with leeches and gives you a syrup made from burnt mouse. Then the dentist arrives with pliers and 0 anesthesia. Your teeth are pulled by a man who smells like cheese and speaks only in grunts. And they wonder why kings always look angry in portraits. You grow old. Sort of. Your beard is gray, your back aches, your enemies are fewer, but more patient. You write laws no one reads. You erect statues that birds poop on. You trust your son, he stabs you. You trust your guard, he stabs you. You trust your cook. Okay, he doesn't stab you. But the soup tastes weird. You begin to dream of peace. A life without crowns, without a court. A cottage. A goat. But it's too late. You're the king. And kings don't get happy endings. They get poisoned and remembered wrong. So yeah, being a medieval king? Not all jewels and justice. More like betrayal, gout, and dying alone in a freezing castle while your relatives plan a power grab. Drop a comment if you want me to reveal the tragic life of a medieval queen, a leech in the royal court, or the guy whose only job was warming the king's toilet seat. Like, subscribe, and remember, heavy is the head that wears the crown, especially when everyone wants it off your shoulders.